Okay, you guys, I'm back. My camera has gone crazy because I had so much, I don't know, I had so much on my camera. It was like ridiculous. So, anyway, so it just cut off. So, you guys, if you guys ever just my video cuts off, just look for part two because I'll be right back. My camera's crazy. Anyway, okay, here we go. So, where we left off is that the last thing we did was we did a bunch of crazy stamping with a bunch of different colors, with a bunch of different stamp pads, right? So let me put these stamp pads away so I can make some room for the next step. A lot of times I use paint over this, but you know what I'm going to use? I want it to be really, well, even if I use paint with a baby wipe, it would do the same thing. But I want to use, because I've been wanting to do it, because I saw Zucchini Kitty do this. She uses her Tim Holtz inks, so I want to do that. Just a second. I'm just trying to put some of my stuff away. Sorry, guys. And the reason I'm trying to put some stuff away is because I'm going to throw that stamp away. That stamp is gone. It's a goner. So I have more room on my thing. Okay, so I have pulled Faded Jeans, Tumbled Glass, some Dusty Concord, some Distress Oxide Pickled Raspberry, which we won't be wetting it, and then some Tattered Rose. Okay, so here we go. And again, it'll look crazy, but we're going to cut all this back. I'm looking for these little tools I have. Where the heck are they? I have these little daubers. Oh, they're right here. Just a second. You think you got everything organized, and then you don't. Alright, I got all the daubers now. Alright, thought I had 4, but I guess maybe I only have 3. Alright, so what I'm going to use is these. They're Faber-Castell daubers, but I think that they work really good for what I'm about to do. So, it's on that. I'm just looking to see what colors were on here last. Okay, so we'll do this one first. So I'm just going to come in here. And I like this, using this, because I can get right up to the girl. So that would be cool. So I'm just putting this on in places. And this is fast. Look how fast this is to apply this. It's really fast. I love that. And really effective. It's faster than it would be to take my baby wipe with acrylic paint and go over it like I like to do. Just a second, let me clean this off because I need to use it for another color. Dang, this thing is hard to clean off. Okay, let me use it now for the purple. So now I got the Dusty Concord. Let me bring that down, make sure you guys are seeing everything. Okay. Here we go. Let's go in with some Dusty Concord. Just in spots. Oh, I like that. Just in some spots. We can go down here with some Dusty Concord. Okay. Alright, that's enough of that color. Now let's go in with some Faded Jeans. Kitty Zucchini, she also does, okay, like you know how you put down a base coat of like markers or watercolor paint and then you use pencil over it? She puts down a layer of Distress ink and then does her pencil over it, shades it with her pencil. So cool. So I want to start doing that. It's really, really cool. It's a really cool effect. And it's really fast and you can blend everything so quick and easy. It's really cool. It's really cute. All right, I'm going to throw one more color into the mix here. I'm going to throw in a little bit of this tumbled glass, which I love. I had pulled, I think Dusty Rose. I don't know. They don't make Tattered Rose, but Tattered Rose with all this isn't going to make a difference, so forget that. Oh, actually, is this... All right, never mind. I'll use a little bit more of this. There we go. Okay, I think I want to put a little bit more of that pink color, Pickled Raspberry. This color is gorgeous. Down here, just a little bit down into here. And a little bit more of that right into here. Okay, so now we have color over all of, so look how many layers we have. This is fabulous. This is so many great layers. First, I layered down music notes and book paper. I better still be filming. I guess I am. And so first a layer of book notes and music paper, then a layer of all kinds of stenciling or stamping. I would have done stenciling on top of this too, but I just don't have that much room, so it's just a lot cleaner and safer to use stamps. I would use stamps and stencils. Love that. Okay, and then after that, I used my Distress inks to put color on everything. Now, if you don't have Distress inks, you can do this with, and you guys have seen me do it before, just take some acrylic, cheap acrylic 50-cent paint with a baby wipe, touch the baby wipe, kind of get a lot of the paint off, and just go like this. And what it does is it makes your paint, your acrylic paint, translucent, so you can see through it, because that's what you really want, to be able to see all the layers. And it has a very similar look to this. So I just saw Zucchini Kitty use her Distress inks in her coloring book and in her background, and I'm like, yes please, I need to do that, because like I have a ton of Distress inks that are just going to waste. I mean, I use the ones I always use, the ones I have right by me, which is like Vintage Photo. I always use Vintage Photo, Weathered Wood, Rusty Nails, all the natural ones to like age paper, but I don't ever use the ones with color, and I have a lot. So I didn't have that. I only have I have 3 other oxides. She has Distress stains and she has Distress oxides. You could use either one on this technique. But I only have, I think, 3 or 4 Distress oxides. I want to collect all the oxides. I need to do that. Well, I don't need to do anything, but all right, so I'm going to take some white acrylic paint and a baby wipe. And when you do that, like I was saying, even if you wanted to do that to put the paint on there with acrylics, with the baby wipe, it makes it translucent and you can really smear it well. Okay, so what this white's going to do, and many of you see me this before, it's just going to bring all of this back. It's going to beat it into submission. It's going to be like, please. It'll also probably pick up and stir up a little bit of the Distress ink, because it's water soluble, which will be fine. Because what I want this to look is like a little dream behind her, just real misty, which is what it's doing. Love it. Ooh, I don't want to get over the hair that much. And if some gets in over the hair a little bit, that's fine. But I just put a big old glob on there. No, thank you. Okay. Okay. I'm going to change parts of my baby wipe because I actually took some stuff off of there, which still looks fine. Okay. I'm going to turn my picture. Hopefully you guys are still seeing. Okay, I go to a different part of my baby wipe. And the reason I'm going to a different part of my baby wipe is because I'm also taking off color a little bit. Because these inks are water soluble. So if you're using the Tim Holtz inks, a lot of times what people do is they put them on, like if they're going to make a card or a background, they'll put it on, then they'll squirt it with water, and then you go like this, and it makes really cool. It looks really cool when it all blends together. So that's just another technique of using those. Really, that's the original technique of using them. But Zucchini Kitty, I saw her do that, and I was like, girl, I love that. In the scrap world, we always see it. I am so scrap lifting that. I don't know if she'd understand what I mean when I was going to say that to her, so I didn't say it. But if you're watching me, Zucchini Kitty, I love that Tim Holtz thing. That is just a genius. And I will give you credit, girl, because you're the one who I learned that from. I have never seen nobody else do that. Okay, I would need a little bit more color up in here. So, because a lot of, or do I like it? No, I need a little more color back up in there. Okay. I'm just going to take my finger. Yeah, that'll work. Just put it on right there. There we go. Perfect. And let me put a little bit of like purple in there with a different finger. Perfect. See, I love stuff like this. See how easy that is? There's no mistakes. Love it. There's no mistakes, unlike how my hair was with the body. Ooh, I didn't like that. I was like, oh no. That cannot be like that. Okay, so let me dry this really quick, and yeah, let me dry this really quick. Just a second, please. Oh man, my blow dryer's not plugged in. Just a second. There we go. See, isn't that just a great technique for a background? It's just so pretty. Let me just see if I can come in a little bit closer, just so you guys can see. See that? Isn't that background just so cool? It's so mystical and magical. Just turning it different ways so you guys can see it. See? Okay, I have to come back out to work though. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're almost done. How much time do I have? Okay, we only been on for 13 minutes. Awesome. Okay, take a little bit of just cheap white acrylic paint. And my liner brush, which should be right here. Here it is. You guys want to see something I made? This is so cute. I don't know if I can get it in frame or not. Check this out. These are my brushes that I use all the time. I have a ton of brushes, but I like to have my main ones right in front of me so I don't have to go through all my brushes all the time. Isn't this cool? This is a glass I got from Dollar Tree. It has a sugar skull on it, which I flip and love. And then this part right here, I E6000 on a candle stick holder. You get them at Dollar Tree also. So, isn't that just fabulous? So if I go like that, that's what it looks like standing up. Let's see if you guys can see that. Trying to get in camera. Isn't that cool? So that's sitting right in front of me with all my brushes in it. I love it. I got them last year, and then I have them in my room too. And I think I have a candlestick. I don't know where the hell it's at. Maybe it's in my craft room. I'm in my art studio space right now. But anyway, I have some for drinking out of, some that I've E6000 on the bottoms. I love it. Okay, now what I want to do next, before I do that, I want to create some like shiny stars everywhere. So what we need to do is we need to cover up. Hopefully I can find some paper that I can use for this. All right. I hate to use this paper, but that's what we're going to use. All right. I don't mind if some of it gets on some of the hair, but I don't want it on her face. For the most part, I don't want it on this hair, or like in the middle of. If it's on the edges of all this, I'm fine with it. Okay, so that works right there. So what I'm going to do is some splatters. So I got a little bit of acrylic paint here. Spray a little bit of water on there. Just a little bit. Get my fan brush. Okay. And let's start doing some flicks. This just makes it look really magical, I think. And I just have way too much. That was way too much water to paint. Just a second. All right, there we go. Some of my splatters were just too. There we go. It was too, when it's like too liquidy, too wet, the splatters get like huge, and I didn't want them huge. Okay. So this is going to give it a very magical look, I think. Like there's little glimmering stars everywhere. Okay. Now let's take away all the papers. Thanks. Oh, I love it. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to make little stars everywhere. So make sure you guys are all still there. Yep. And make sure I'm in frame. So, you know what, I'll work at the top first. So let's just come in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna put like a little, just do little flick outs to make some little stars. And it's just little stars everywhere. I do a star, so I did like 5 on that one. I do some stars where I just do 3 flick outs. And it's another type of star you can do. I'm going to do some bigger stars. And this is all with my liner brush. Like right over here, we'll do a bigger star. I'll put a dot in the middle. And we'll just flick out from the... We'll flick out from the middle. Oh, you know what I discovered yesterday? I discovered this technique with my... I'm going to get it out. With my Diane Reevely paint pen. It's a real fine one. Well, it got clogged up, so and the paint won't come out, but I can use it as a little tool to make stars, and it worked out really good yesterday. So let me just get that out and I'll show you guys. But you can use a liner brush. If you happen to have like a finer white pen and the damn thing don't work, you can use it as a tool to draw with. So I'm just dipping it into acrylic paint. Okay. And I'm going to make stars with it like this. I think. I don't know if I can make stars with it or not. Let's see. Yeah, it's not working. You know what it worked for yesterday? I was making little dots like this, and it worked out good for little dots. So never mind. Make little dots with it. I thought it could maybe work for the stars, but it's not. So I'm going back to the liner brush, which is what I always use anyway. Okay, and then I'm gonna see if you guys are still seeing that. Okay. I'm gonna do a shooting star right here. That looks cool. Let's do another shooting star. So we have two right there. And we'll do another larger star over here. So I will finish the rest of these stars off camera because you guys don't want to see me just doing stars. But I'll do a few more on camera. And I think I'm going to do a big one. I'll show you here in just a second. Okay. So let me come, let's see. Where do I want to do it? Like right down here. I want to do like a big one. Not really big, but big enough. Like this kind. Let's see if I like how it turns out. I don't always get it really well with a brush, but we'll see. And if I like it, it'll stay. If not, it will go. So far I like it. Okay. Sorry I'm being quiet. I am focusing on this star. Sometimes you have to focus. That looks cool. That's why I love my collage work, because there's no focusing. There's nothing wrong with focusing though. That looks cool. Let's see what you guys are seeing. I love that. And let me just put a bunch of little stars around it. And we'll just work on this one little section, and then I will finish up the stars. Let's put a shooting star like right here. Cool. The paint's over here trying to dry out. Hopefully I'm not getting my hands in the way. This whole little scene of stars, this looks really fun. And these are the kind of stars I like. I don't necessarily like you know, like a drawn out star. I like stars like this. Just like little ones in the sky. Yeah, that looks really good. I think it looks good. Awesome. All right, let you guys see that. Let me make sure I came all the way out. I can come up a little bit. Look how cool that looks, you guys. I love it. Especially those shooting stars. Pretty. So it's like she's autumn with color, like all the leaves in the fall that turn all those beautiful colors. That's where I got these color combinations. There are leaves that look like that, and they're just gorgeous. I love them. And she's like in her little, you know, fairy world in fall. I love it. Okay, so happy how this turned out. I'm so glad that I fixed my flippin' mistake, because like I said, I wanted just more of a portrait picture. I didn't want that little body. I just wanted a little blouse on her. But anyway, I fixed it. So she will be in my Etsy shop. If you want prints of her, they'll be $8 for the prints. And then I will also have, it's only $1. Any of the drawings that I put in my Etsy shop, they'll be $1. Because once it's like a coloring book page, right? So once you collect them, you know, you collect 10 of them, you picked up a coloring book for $10. So $1 a page, I think is a pretty good deal. So she'll also, the drawing will also be in there hopefully tomorrow, if not tomorrow, the next day. And I'll have this fixed, so this is all hair, just how it is here. Okay? Okay, you guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this long series. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, that'd be great. Any comments or questions, leave them below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Okay? Bye.